My alliance experience has been absolutely fantastic. It significantly beat my expectations from a couple different dimensions. Absolutely love the process. We've got a great, what I would describe as an eclectic group of CEOs in our alliance group that come from a range of different industries, and that's actually added to the richness of the discussion. So it's been a perfect fit for me as a new CEO of a public company in the midst of a turnaround.
So when I joined the Alliance, my company was about $73 million in revenue. We had about 600 employees. And from 2007 forward, we've actually grown the company to be about 3 times the size. We're growing at a 25% clip per year. Our employee base is about 1,300 people and growing. We have moved from one industry vertical across 4 different industry verticals and really developed our capability in the market. Dealt with a lot more complex issues, including a recent one that we had, which was capitalization strategy. So very, very different company today, very dynamic. Our revenue base is well over 200 million. So we're not a small organization per se, but we certainly came from a much smaller business, and we're able to develop a very dynamic and growing business that provides real value to our clients.
It's like anything else, right? You will get out of it what you put into it. So it's an opportunity for somebody to actually put on the table real issues that you want help on how to think about solving. And then what you will get is hundreds of years of combined experience, we're all old in there, on how to think about your issue, and in many cases also very practical ideas on how to implement certain things that may help you solve that issue.
It's not just a cold, like a boardroom setting where you come in and, you know, maybe deliver a couple key objectives or metrics, but it's more over time you develop friendships and you get to know people and they get to know you. So there's a depth beyond just the business issues. You'll get to where alliance members will say, wait a minute, you know, I know you and there's something else on your mind, or what you're stating isn't quite what I think is really bothering you. And so it comes a point where you really get to the soul leadership issues and kind of individual aspects of your leadership and how that may relate to the problem as well.
But we tee up these challenges in a way that it really distills it. And then when other CEOs interact with us, then we pretty much shut our lips and we listen to their perspective and what they would do if they were in our shoes. That's an extraordinarily helpful set of interactions, because every CEO comes with such a terrific base of experience, but so different from mine or from someone else's. And so their business experience lends an amazing lens. There's an amazing lens that they look through to help me think about a solution to my challenge. And each of those perspectives from each of the CEOs builds. And so when I come out of that session, I've gotten not just 8 different pieces of advice, but 8 perspectives of how I might be able to think about my challenge.
For us, our participation in the Alliance we view as an investment. You know, so for me, as I come into the quarterly Alliance meetings, I view it as an investment in advancing the agenda for our company. So I come in, I take the time that I'm with that group seriously, and if I can come out of that 6 or 8 hours with 1 to 2 ideas that I get to apply back in a meaningful way against our business, that's a significant win for the company. And there's really no other place that I could have the kind of talent sitting in that room and the kind of experience sitting in that room. And in some ways it's free consulting, and it's been a huge benefit.
In the Alliance, what you get is current, mostly CEOs, at least in our group is all CEOs, where chances are have dealt with or are dealing with or can see similar things that you're dealing with.
The CEO Alliance culture is very professional, but very open. It is, in some respects, what you put into it is what you get out of it. So for us in our team, the Alliance culture is genuine relationships, genuine sharing of experiences. There are very, very tough issues that we address and challenges that we take on as CEOs in order to grow our companies. And the Alliance culture is very supportive. But it's very honest. So I will tell you that none of my fellow CEOs have ever given me a line that I want to hear. We call each other out when we think that we are going down a path that may not be particularly helpful either for us or for the company, and it's just a genuine interest. The culture it invites a level of honesty. I want to share my challenges. I want to be open to hearing what other folks might have to say. I'm open to their challenges because there's a lot that I learned just from interfacing with them and hearing what their challenges are. And it may not be the same business or the industry. Some of our CEOs are tech CEOs, some are healthcare device CEOs, some are service CEOs, and they are not necessarily in the same business or the same have the same experience base, but their challenges are reachable in terms of learning and experience and translates directly into some issue that I may be having I haven't even brought up yet.
The time that we spend together, I'm looking for folks that are actively engaged in that day and shut off BlackBerries and iPads and the like, and they are in the moment and actively engaged for that 6 or 8 hours in the day. They're transparent in terms of the challenges and opportunities. They give good practical input, and they're active learners. But
I think as any business leader, but as a public company business leader, of course, I'm very busy, right? So a lot of the questions you hear from people is, how do you find time to do something like a CEO Alliance? And I think what I look at is, one, the value you get out of it is worth much more than the time put in. So that makes it easy. The way it's structured, you want to make as many meetings as you can, just because, one, the value you get out of it, but you feel an allegiance or you want to give back to the people who've helped you. So you feel committed to come to the meetings to help everybody, with their issues. But at the same time, the Alliance works because we're all very busy, so you may not make all the meetings, and you may miss one or you may miss two, and that's okay.
The Alliance of CEOs is a very large community, again, full of people with terrific experiences. Outside of our group, we actually there are many sort of social functions that the Alliance puts on, whether they're dinners or special work sessions provided exclusively to cover a particular topic, for example, CEO compensation or building high-performance teams. I've met some terrific folks, and I'll tell you, I met CEOs outside of my group whom I would consider to be rock stars, and I've had a chance to have them come meet with me here in my office, or to have lunch or drinks or something with them and be able to pick their brain about certain parts of their experience that may be outside of what my particular group brings, but have been very, very helpful.
The word that I use is a multiplier effect, where you're getting, in one sense, all of those members' boards plus then some as part of the feedback that you're getting, rather than just your own board. So I would describe it as an opportunity to really get excellent help in how to think about your biggest challenges.
So it's really about being a CEO, having a strategy for a business. It's about creating and learning from other people's experiences. So my Alliance experience is a key part of how I've grown as a CEO.
The final thought that I'd leave you with in terms of our participation with the Alliance, you get as much out of the Alliance as you put in. So if you come and you truly actively engage with your fellow participants, there is significant enrichment, for the executives that participate, in the process, and you'll get more than your money's worth out if you're actively engaged and take full advantage of all the benefits of the Alliance.